Hallo und willkommen zurück zu meinem Kanal. Wir spielen heute die Erkundung Quest in Genshin Impact weiter. Und zwar sind wir jetzt bei Akt 3 bis 4. Ich weiß nicht, ob
Seems
die...
Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying.
Ich weiß noch nicht, ob Akt 4 begonnen hat, aber ich muss gleich im Questlog schauen. Das kann schon sein. Ich habe leider nichts zu schreiben. Ich muss mal in Notizen schauen. Muss man hier den Leuten antworten. Noch!
Tea is ready. Now it's time for
Habe ich dem Richtigen geantwortet, sag mal? Oh, ich mache einfach dasselbe. Genau, wir schauen mal kurz, während der Lynette so rumhängt. Akt 3 sind wir noch. Verloren in den Tiefen des Meeres. Bei euren Ermittlungen beschäftigt ihr euch vorwiegend mit den verschiedenen Geheimregeln in Fort Merópides. Die meisten Hinweise scheinen wohl mit den Grafen zusammenzuhängen und ihr seid nicht sicher umsonst bekommen. Also wir spielen das gleich weiter. Ich habe nur eine Frage. Was hat Fanta, diese Fanta Corporation, überhaupt mit dem Ganzen zu tun? Weil kann das total eigentlich nur so ein Hinweis sein, der überhaupt nichts mit der Geschichte zu tun hat. Aber die ganzen umsonst, sag ich mal, dieser Kampfring, den gab es ja schon vor dem Verwalter. Und der Veranstalter, der lässt das auch von Fonta finanzieren. Habe ich das richtig verstanden? Bin mir nicht ganz sicher, aber es war ein bisschen kompliziert. Weil am Ende des letzten Streams gab es ja relativ seltsame Hinweise mit dieser Blutflasche und dann irgendwas mit der Fonta-Firma, die versucht, ein neues Getränk herzustellen. Seltsam. Sehr seltsam. Was hat das bitte mit dem Verschwinden von Schall zu tun? Das ist mir alles nicht ganz klar. Ich gehe mal zu meiner Schmetterlingsfalle. Und wir machen jetzt mal in die Dailies, die habe ich eine Weile nicht gemacht. Und verbrauchen meine Energie. Dann können wir danach an der erkannten Quest ein bisschen fressen. Jo, ich bin noch immer dabei. Die Leute sind einfach zu schnell. Die arbeiten nicht oder so. Die haben eine Schule und danach können sie die Erkundung-Quest durchballern. Das verstehen manche Leute nicht. Ich meine, wenn du jeden Tag, sag ich mal, 8 Stunden arbeitest plus eventuell Fahrzeiten, dann sind wir ja so bis 9 Stunden plus 1 Stunde fertig machen und essen und wie auch immer, plus noch eine Stunde Essen, eventuell am Tag, dann bist du ja schon mal 11 Stunden, dann 8 Stunden Schlaf, dann sind wir ja schon was 19 Stunden. Die restlichen 5 Stunden sind die, die du für dein Leben brauchst. Und wenn du dann ab und zu noch deine Wohnung aufräumen willst, ich will gar nicht wissen, wie die anderen das schaffen, dass sie die Quest immer in einem Tag durchspielen, was mindestens 3 Stunden pro Akt sind. Das ist schon sau viel. Also, plus dann noch die ganze Welt zu erkunden, fragwürdig. Ich kann mir das nicht vorstellen. Wir machen das einfach ganz in Ruhe. Da bin ich jetzt nicht so in Eile.
There's no point worrying about the future. Que sera, sera.
Ich sag ihr, dass sie eher das von meinem Strand nehmen kann. Der braucht noch Mats. Vom Strand nehmen. Oh, sorry. Sorry, falscher Chat. Warum, wenn man das aufmacht? Wenn man das aufmacht, dann schreibt man im falschen Chat. In dem Chat, den man zuletzt auf hatte. Strand nehmen. So.
Entering standby mode.
There's no point worrying about
I
the
hope
future.
nobody disturbs me.
Sarah.
Ich weiß nicht, wie viel es pro Welt gibt, aber wo waren wir jetzt? Haben wir das Ding genommen? Oh, was ist das? Die Bubble Machine? Tragbarer aerodynamischer Gel-Blasengenerator. Yes, kommen Sie. Ich lasse ihn kurz in meine Welt rein, damit er seine Mats sammeln kann, weil ich brauche die nicht. Okay, dann haben wir ihn mal losgeschickt, weil ich brauche die Mats nicht. Und so abgelenkt. Mal die Lochfalle platzieren. So, das machen wir da rein und den Umwandler, glaube ich. Der hat noch 3 Stunden. Das machen wir heute. Ich muss mich nur daran erinnern. Den müssen wir irgendwo platzieren. Achso. Das raus. Das rein. Okay, und hier haben wir nichts drin. Ich muss ein bisschen was kochen. Ich habe ja schon alles weggefressen. Wo ist was? Ich brauche ein Herd. Hier ist einer. Rosenmoos. Machen wir noch ein bisschen die neuen Rezepte.
Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest.
Ich brauche unbedingt LP. Ups, da. Na, dir auch schönen Sonntag, Julia. So, von den neuen Rezepten Lasagne. Da wollte ich noch ein bisschen. Mehr armes Mehl. Poisson-Suppe. Ich hoffe, der Kollege findet seine Schneesterne, weil kann sein, dass ein paar schon da weg sind. Ich habe mich ein paar eingesammelt und ich weiß nicht, wann die respawnen. Aber der ist jetzt fleißig, um sein Novelett zu machen, weil es da unten abhängt. Ich weiß nicht, wo die sind. So, was machen wir mit der Energie? Ich brauche dringend Sonntag, okay. Es ist Reset. Lass uns halt mit Dailies machen. Ich habe mir eine Gartenlimonade geholt von Bad Brambacher mit schwarzer Johannisbeer. Ist total lecker. Ein paar Cashews. Aufpassen.
Over here! Cue the spotlight! Step on up! Yeah!
The wind knows me. Sha! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Over here! Let the magic begin! Step on up!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. Sha!
Konnte jetzt nicht sehen am Ende. Alright. Hey, wo ist der Rest? 2. Hallo. Du kannst mit mir zusammen helfen. Kannst mir helfen.
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
As once. Oh, es geht nicht mit. Mal überlegen.
Cue the spotlight!
Shame. Didn't manage.
Nochmal. Oh,
So that's how to do it.
beim zweiten Mal
I'm
hat's geklappt.
impressed.
Danke. Alright. Oh, jetzt ist mal Ausflüge. Oh nein, Nüsse. Komm zu mir.
I love it when it snows. The world falls completely silent, and I can sleep undisturbed.
Surprise!
Clouds high, the birds call. The wind knows me.
Be amazed! Step on up!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Let the magic begin! Surprise! Over here!
No problem, my friend. Viel Spaß mit Novelette. Die Quest kenne ich nicht. Weil ich habe ja Mondstadt-Quest und eine Quest ist nicht Mondstadt. Wie logisch ist das? Ich muss kurz Farus anheilen. Ich wollte einfach in die Statue gehen, aber...
The wind knows me.
Das ist vermutlich das Ende der LAN-Quest, weil wir hatten sie noch nie draußen. Sticker. Sollte hier sein. Was machst du denn hier? Reisender, ich hätte nicht erwartet, dich hier zu sehen. Erinnerst du dich noch, wie ihr beim letzten Mal geholfen habt, den Schwertgriff zu finden? Tatsächlich war das ein Teil der versteckten Klinge. Das Interessante dabei ist, dass ich sie nur identifizieren konnte, weil ich in meiner Kindheit heimlich eine Markierung darauf hinterlassen habe. Ich habe meinem Bruder gesagt, dass er, falls er später zu einem anderen Schwert wechseln sollte, mir diese versteckte Klinge geben soll. Damals hätten wir uns nicht ausmalen können. Auf diese Weise bin ich tatsächlich in den Besitz der versteckten Klinge gekommen. Sieht aus, als wäre das Schwert tatsächlich zerbrochen. Egal, da ich dich hier treffe, ich möchte dich um einen Gefallen bitten. Da vorne befinden sich 2 Orte, an denen sich Monster versammeln. Aus einem unbekannten Grund scheinen sie in ihren Lagern einen großen Vorrat an beschädigten Waffen anzuhäufen. Die Gilde ist besorgt, dass sie Unordnung stiften könnten. Vielleicht finde ich dabei auch die Bruchstücke der versteckten Klinge. Reisender, lass uns beide je ein Lager räumen. Im linken Lager ist eine Gruppe von Hilly-Churlen. Aber da sind sehr viele, und wenn sie dich einkreisen, wird es auch für dich schwer. Auf der rechten Seite gibt es ein Steinhaut-Lava-Churl. Wie gefährlich er ist, nun, dir muss ich das nicht erklären. Ich überlasse dir die Wahl des Lagers. Nimm die andere Seite, genug geredet, legen wir los. Warum muss ich eine Wahl treffen? Ich habe jetzt einfach irgendwas gemacht. Let's go! Ich liebe die Luft, ehrlich gesagt. Hi!
Into the wind.
No one escapes my sights.
Das war's schon? Ich dachte, jetzt kommt noch eine Welle. Wo ist sie? Lan, bist du hier? Bist du gestorben? Ich hoffe ja nicht.
The wind knows me.
Guten Tag. Reisender, hast du die Monster erledigt? Das sind ein paar ganz normale Monster, da brauchst du nicht viel Kraft. Ich hatte auch sehr viel Glück und konnte ein wertvolles Schwertbruchstück finden. Ich habe leider nichts gefunden. Mach dir nichts draus, du hast mir geholfen. Also vielen Dank. Das ist für dich. Was würdest du machen, wenn du alle Bruchstücke findest? Ich möchte die versteckte Klinge wieder neu schmieden lassen. Auch wenn die ursprünglichen Pläne für die Anfertigung verloren gegangen sind und ich nicht weiß, welches Material verwendet wurde, ich will trotzdem einen Weg finden. Wenn ich die versteckte Klinge wieder neu schmieden könnte, dann würde mein Bruder auch... Oh. So, sammel 10 Ärzte. Ich brauche nur 3 Ärzte, die können wir hier kurz sammeln. Irgendwo Steine sehe. Hinten. Ich suche nur ein paar Steine und fliege durch die ganze Luft.
Into the wind.
Alright, dann haben wir das auch erledigt. Belohnung abholen. Ich glaube, ich habe die Weeklies schon gemacht. Ja, 0 von 1. glaube, ich brauche einen Boss, weil, machen wir einfach, die Duell vor dem Thron. Ich brauche ein Umwandlungsmaterial, weil Linny habe ich jetzt so weit gelevelt, dass er jede Stufe seiner Talente voll hat, außer eine letzte Stufe. Und ich habe dafür schon alle Materialien, außer das Bossmaterial. Aber ich könnte es umwandeln, dann, wenn ich das bekommen würde, dann müsste ich mich nicht drum kümmern. Warte mal, ich muss raus aus dem Multiplayer. Ich will eigentlich Klee nehmen. Anstatt Amber nehmen wir was anderes.
Let's get out there and make some friends.
Kein Effekt. Ist auch nicht sinnvoll, ich habe nicht mal Wasser mitgenommen. Egal. Kann schief gehen.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
You mean? Surprise!
Yeah, witness my great undertaking.
Blow them all up! Yeah. Yeah.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Stay calm. Over here. Let them
Fire it up. I got you covered.
Heilung für Klee. Wieso? Alles ist squishy. Alle sind schon halb tot. Ein bisschen aufpassen gleich.
Zip on up! Be amazed! Pew! Dumpty dumpty go!
Feel this ancient power. Coming to check this out. Live.
Cue the spotlight! Surprise!
Embrace the searing reckoning.
Here's backup.
Bist du? Wo bist du, Frau?
Boing, boing, boing! Blazing delight! Zip on up!
Coming to be.
Not every
Let
wound
the
will
magic
heal.
begin!
Live. Witness my great undertaking. Ha. Ha. Orange fire!
Yeah. Phew. Da, da, da. Yeah. Boing, boing, boom. Blow them all up. I feel kind of woozy.
Oh
Burst forth! Fire it up!
oh. Die ist ein bisschen am Arsch. Die ist...
Live!
See you me! Surprise!
Oh
Over here!
no way.
Oh wait!
Jumpy, jumpy, go.
Feel this ancient power!
Searing reckoning. Embrace your searing reckoning. Not every woman I never asked for redemption. Never.
No, wir haben was bekommen. Ich weiß nicht, ich brauche 2 davon. Okay, mal gute Ausbeute. Wenn ich schon eins hatte, dann brauche ich keins mehr, aber ich muss mal schauen. Ich glaube, ich hatte... Ich müsste... Ich weiß es ehrlich gesagt nicht, ob ich eins übrig hatte oder nicht. Das hat Spaß gemacht. Das hier. Hier, wir haben nur eins. Ich glaube, ich brauche 2. Nein.
Standby mode.
Sorry fürs Kauen, aber ich muss erstmal mir ein paar Nüsse reindrücken. Oh, ich kann mir umwandeln. Na, egal welches von beiden, aber wir brauchen eins davon. Okay, wir brauchen nur eins, dann kann ich das schon fertig machen. Linny! Stufe 10. Boom. Fertig! Linny ist fertig. Okay. Macht mich jetzt sehr happy. Ja, das muss ich mal abhaken. Das Einzige, was Linny bräuchte, ist, er könnte mit seinem Goblet ein bisschen besser sein. Mit einem Artefakt, aber ansonsten ist er eigentlich durch. Komplett fertig. Lass uns kurz meine Charaktere heilen. Können wir auch drüben machen, wa? Aber wir sind eh hier, wir können erst die Dailies abgeben.
Add Astro.
Abisosk.
Thank you for Add Astro.
Schickt mir Bennett wieder in die Minen. Okay. Dann mache ich einen Boss. Aber ich muss ja eh heilen. Lass uns erstmal hier alle Charaktere heilen und dann können wir noch den Boss für Lynette legen. Lynette ist Level 80. Ich spiele sie sehr gerne, aber ich habe sie noch nicht auf Level 90 gebracht. Ich wollte erst warten, bis Linny oder Klee fertig sind.
Surprise!
Das ist so hübsch. Lynette hat gezwinkert. Oh, süß. Okay.
Data samples, the better.
Muss ich später gucken. Das Ding ist, ich bin auf dem PlayStation und das ist ein bisschen nervig.
The more data samples, the better.
Over here!
Here's backup!
Let them in! Zip on up!
Blazing delight! Woo! Yeah! Boing, boing, boom! Ha! Jumpy, dumpty, toe!
Cue the spotlight!
I got you covered! Check this out! Burst forth! Moment of birth!
Throw them all up! Pew! Hi-ya! Yeah! Boo!
Oh no!
It's an accident.
No, Cleve!
Let the magic begin!
Don't get too close! Ha, ha. Ta. Here's backup!
Ui. Ich brauche noch 6, also müsstet ihr mindestens 3-mal machen. Das machen wir aber heute nicht. Ja, kurz heilen. Ja, das sind alles Bosse, die ich jetzt gemacht habe gerade. Die 2. Die einen sind halt so richtige Weltbosse, die kann man nur einmal in die Woche spielen, um da Belohnung bekommen. Aber die anderen kann man auch jeden Tag umbringen, so viel man will und bekommt trotzdem Belohnung. Also ist ein kleiner Unterschied. Die so viel einstecken können, sind in der Regel die Weltbosse. Man kann die natürlich auch immer wieder legen, aber man kriegt dann nur einmal in der Woche, kann man davon Belohnung bekommen. Genau. Und der Rest ist dann so Bosse, wo man Materialien sammelt für die Charaktere, die man hat. Und den Boss, den ich gerade gelegt habe, mit diesen mechanischen 2 Zwillingen da, das war ein Boss für Lynette jetzt. Also Lynette, die jetzt hier fliegt. Sieht so schön aus mit dem Mond. Oh, nicht getroffen. Thomas. Sei nicht so inkompetent.
Zip on up!
Live!
Cue the spotlight!
Witness my great undertaking! Ha!
Boing, boing, boing!
to be.
Surprise!
Just as I expected.
Oh.
Still with. Ha! Check this out. Ha!
Okay, was ist hier los? Mhm. Also es geht auf, aber man muss drüber springen.
Piece of cake.
Kurios. Wir können jetzt teleportieren, dann mache ich noch einmal meine Energie leer. Brauch Geld.
La la la. Woo. La la la.
Over here!
Coming to be.
Blazing delight. Jumpy dumpy go. Da da da. Ah. Yeah.
Be amazed!
Blow them all up. Woo.
Boom. Klee. Aber ich muss so aufpassen, sie kippt so schnell um, wenn sie kein Schild dabei hat. Habt ihr ja vorhin gesehen.
La la la.
Die hat ja einen Seestern vergessen. Ich sehe hier noch ganz viele. Lumi toll. Alright. Hier hoch.
La la la. Da da da. Da da da. Ja. Hi, ja.
Hier ist so eine Ruine. Ich geh mal da hoch.
La la la. Woo. Da da da.
Hey, ich weggehen.
Step on up! Let the magic be...
Live. Moment of birth.
Ah.
dir. Heute bin ich irgendwie in Bombenstimmung. Versteht ihr? Bomben. Haha, haha, haha. Mal ein bisschen Dad-Jokes.
Don't get too close. I got you covered. Burst forth.
Over here! Zip on up!
So, was ist das für eine Ruine? Okay, ist schon mal ein Rätsel. Hier ist die Energiequelle, gehen wir hier rein. Schupp. Und erstmal hier rüber. Genau, gib mir das hier.
Seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Piece of cake.
Ich hole mir die 2 Teleportpunkte jetzt, die hier in der Nähe sind, weil wir jetzt eh so weit gelaufen sind. Guten Tag.
La la la.
Okay. Warte. Klee! Roll nicht weg! No! Sind wir am Rand der Welt angekommen. Was gibt's hier? Okay. Mal schauen. Mal das mal da rein. Muss das nicht da rein? Okay. Ist alles gesperrt. Der hier nicht. Doch der auch. Kann ich das wegnehmen? Oh! Okay, dann kann man das reintun und das wird sich wahrscheinlich hoch und runter bewegen. Ich brauche meine Blubberbläschen bitte. Oh.
Please appreciate my sincerity.
Check this out. Ha!
Be amazed! Surprise! Jumpy Dumpty Go! Sparks and splash!
Oh Gott, ich sehe nichts.
Come into being. Feel this ancient power.
Let the magic begin! Over here!
So, jetzt zurück zu meinem Rätselchen. Was respawnt das Wasser nicht? Achso, das kommt nur, wenn ich das... Okay, wenn das da drüben ist, dann kommt das Wasser. Das ist nur Zufall. Nicht hilfreich. Ah, jetzt kommen die. Okay, dann bleiben die eine Weile da. Ich kann das jetzt da rein tun. Mhm. Ich brauche noch so eine Kugel, wa? Moment. Geh mal darüber. So. Mich nur beeilen. Okay. Nein! Ich könnte auch die Kugel rübernehmen, aber ich will lieber eine zweite. Genau, komm hierher. Komm. Juhu!
Just as I expected.
So friedlich jetzt stecke ich ein bisschen hier fest, aber wir gehen gleich zurück. Mal markieren. Hier kommt noch eine schöne Musik, muss ich sagen. Komm auf die Spitze. Das ist cool. Oh shit, das ist hoch. Oh. Nein, ich wollte nicht zurück runter. Oh. So kann man es auch machen. Wow. Das sieht echt aus wie die Schweiz. Kann mir nicht helfen. Für mich ist das Schweiz und nicht Südfrankreich. Oder? Das ist voll hübsch. Ich will kurz nachts machen. Und schauen. Alles ist so unscharf in der Ferne, deswegen würde ich jetzt nicht Foto machen, aber es ist voll hübsch. Ziemlich weit hoch und das ist noch viel höher. Irgendwo da hinten. Falls das irgendwann eine Sache sein wird. Da, ich sehe einen Hydrolokus. Ich glaube, Klee ist gestorben. Oder blutet gerade zu Tode. Hauptsache es ist friedlich. Ich will nicht ins Gefängnis. Geronimo. Ein Ausrufezeichen. Interesting. Ich mache hier nur ein Symbol, damit ich später bekomme, um das zu holen.
Step on up.
Es sind noch so viele von diesen Seesternen. Hallo Otter. Tschüss Otter. Wo ist er hin? Ach, hier ist das Ding. Das Unterwassergefängnis. Oder ist das was anderes? Das voll die krassen Leuchtdinger. Boah, das habe ich noch nicht gesehen. Ich muss ein Foto machen, warte. Was für eine schöne Musik. Oh, ich liebe Genshins Musik. Oh, ich habe gar nichts dabei. Ich brauche ein Vieh. Okay, war ein bisschen daneben. Wo bist der Letzte? Ah. Ich habe immer noch nicht auf. Oh nein! Ich habe die noch nicht gesehen, dass die hoch oben sind. Leckere Kiste. Okay, wir können jetzt noch ein bisschen hier rumschwimmen. Ich rieche ein Hydrolokus. Ich glaube, ich brauche nicht mehr viel für die nächste Stufe. Was ist das? Das sieht irgendwie nicht so gut aus. Okay. Okay. Das Rot und kleine Übel. Eine gefährliche Kreatur, die sich gern unter Wasser verschanzt, den Weg versperrt, wahllos jeden angreift, der kommt. Und es regeneriert sich über Zeit. Okay. Ein Ballrätsel. Ich brauche eine Krabbe, wa? Komm gleich wieder. Ich sehe keine Krabbe. Ich sehe Hydrolokus. Oh. Ich entdecke überall Löcher. Wow. Warte mal. Ah, Orientierungslosigkeit. Kamera. So. So. Oh, ich bin ins Gefängnis eingebrochen. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Werde ich jetzt verhaftet, wenn ich hier rauskomme? Ach so. Bitte mit dem Durchgut. Das ist genau da, wo ich einmal runtergegangen bin. Das ist also ein Ausgang. Also so wurde ich wieder zurückgebracht ins Gefängnis. Ich will nur schauen, wie viele Hydrolokusse ich brauche. Ob ich noch viele brauche oder nicht. Und ansonsten machen wir jetzt die Quest weiter, sonst erkunde ich bis zum Feierabend sozusagen. Es macht richtig Spaß, da zu erkunden. Guten Tag. Ja, next level. Prime Mission. Ich bin schon verwöhnt mit Wünschen. Und dann ist noch der Abgrund da. Nein, jetzt geht's nicht. Wir machen jetzt die Quest. Ich schwöre es. Ich sag das seit einer halben Stunde, aber ich mein's ernst. Was wollen wir denn nehmen für Charaktere? Soll ich bei Klee bleiben? Verlorene Tiefen des Wassers. Machen wir das jetzt und gehen zurück ins Fort. Wir haben gerade geschlafen und haben immer noch keine Ahnung, was abgeht, aber nur so ein paar Theorien. Bin jetzt gespannt, wie es weitergeht. Aber es war ein schöner Ausflug, war ein bisschen relaxing. Eigentlich können wir auch Linny spielen. Machen wir ein Quest-Team.
Oh, it's an honor to be here.
Just what will we come across this time?
I'll lead the way. Follow.
Follow me. Ich habe leider sonst Ja, sonst ist ja nichts relevant. Aber ich liebe dieses Gefängnis. Das sieht so krass aus.
Don't be scared.
In die Richtung. Jetzt kaufen wir endlich von dem Typen.
Huh. Is it just Paimon or are there fewer people than usual here today?
Das ist komisch, weil eigentlich ursprünglich wollte ich ja von dem was kaufen. Das ging aber nicht. Hallo, Vidok. Hast du einen Kamm? Sieht nicht so aus.
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Seems you're getting into the swing of things around here.
Er redet so, als wollte er mich verführen. Das geht so.
Impressive.
Oder als ob er
Very
am
impressive.
Einschlafen ist.
So, now can you tell us about the hidden rules you know?
If that's what you want to know, I guess you couldn't have come at a better time.
Huh? What do you mean it's a good time?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone. I wouldn't want them listening in without paying up.
We get it. Just tell us already.
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever, ever go near them at night. Even if you manage to avoid the guards, you might find something even more terrible there.
Something even more terrible? Like what?
A group of cannibals.
Was? Die
Cannibals?
Versammlung der
In the Fortress
Kannibalen.
of Merópides?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people that have disappeared here.
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie essen.
But what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity. Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into other forms and keep them in the fortress forever.
Paimon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's going on here. Oh.
You two look pretty skeptical. No matter, learning the truth behind dark secrets isn't necessarily a good thing. I've got things to do too. I suggest you just act like I never told you anything.
Das kann irgendwie nicht sein. Ich glaube das nicht wirklich, dass es irgendwas mit Kannibalismus zu tun
Traveler,
hat.
can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Paimon doesn't want her blood and flesh entombed here for all eternity?
Selbst wenn das ist, was er sagte, wahr ist. Glaubst du wirklich, dass wir Kannibalen gewachsen sind? Also, das mit den Kannibalen finde ich ein bisschen weit hergeholt. Es kann einfach nur sein, dass die sich nachts treffen und irgendwas machen und die anderen wissen nichts davon und das ist dann einfach nur so Hörensagen.
Oh,
Hoffe ich
so
zumindest.
that's how you see the situation. Huh. You know,
Lass
Paimon
uns
does
die
feel a
brechen.
little better about it now. When will all the secrets end?
Lass uns die Rohre schauen, mitten in der Nacht.
Vidok isn't here. But the guys who went to work in the morning are back. Let's go ask them.
Wir sind noch nicht fertig mit diesen Fragereien.
What are you talking about? Listen, you should keep your nose out of other people's business.
What? What are you saying? You shouldn't go around saying stuff like that.
Just stay away from me.
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us.
Sie versuchen was zu
But if they're
verbergen.
being so obvious about acting weirdly, do you think they might just be trying to lure us in? Oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Paimon.
Aus ihnen werden wir wahrscheinlich nie etwas
So
herauslocken.
you mean we still need to investigate some more? Okay, if you say so.
Oh, wir fragen den Wachmann. Südlich war. Guten Tag.
Over here.
Ausgerechnet den, der immer schlecht gelaunt ist.
Hello, Fielding.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be working right now. Catch my drift.
We just want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever discovered anything odd during your nighttime patrols?
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happens at night isn't your concern. All you need to worry about is getting enough sleep.
Well...
Nachts hören wir ab und zu seltsame Geräusche.
Right! We've heard it happens a few times every month. Paimon has sensitive ears, so it makes it hard to sleep.
Really? I see. But it's not like I'm on duty every night. And now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before. They say that strange things tend to happen at night on pipe cleaning days. Lots of us don't willingly take those shifts.
So, what happens at night on pipe cleaning days?
They just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month. And it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days. You can try to confirm the sounds tonight if you want, and if they're real, then I can report the issue to my superiors for you.
Oh, okay. Then we'll keep both ears out tonight.
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything funny, though. Even if I'm not on duty tonight, someone will still be watching you.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to our sentences. Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned?
Die Kannibalen könnten an dem Tag tatsächlich aktiv sein, aber es könnten sie auch nur Raucher. Es könnte einfach nur sauber gemacht werden.
Right, both are a possibility. But Fielding did say that tonight is a cleaning night.
Paimon, lass uns abhauen.
I knew you would say that. Alright, sounds like we'll be up all night tonight then.
Wahaha.
Yep.
Paimon hat seit einigen Monaten, so lange waren wir noch gar nicht gerade.
I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's the perfect chance for us to investigate.
Warte, bis alle eingeschlafen sind, bitte.
Whatever. Just be sure to wake Paimon if she dozes off. Paimon's worried something might happen if you go alone.
Er schläft selbst ein.
Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already?
Ach so, er hat einen Traum. Oh. Er ist vor was weggerannt. Nachts rumgeschlichen. Wenn so viele Wachen sind, wie hat er das denn geschafft? Ja, jetzt geht er in diese Zone. Was ruft mich? Und die haben ihn wahrscheinlich gewarnt, nicht dahin zu gehen.
Traveler, come on, wake up!
Da gibt's ja auch einen Ausgang. Ich habe wieder Tartaglias Erlebnis geträumt.
Oh, it looks like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon.
Tartaglia entkam durch die Rohre.
Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened. But what about the cannibals? How do you explain them?
Wir werden es bald herausfinden.
Okay, well it's about time for us to get moving. Just be careful to avoid the patrolling guards.
Vielleicht gibt es ja auch gar keine mysteriöse Erklärung für alles. Tartaglia ist einfach aus den Rohren raus, ins Wasser gekommen und keine Ahnung und was sonst ist. Das Einzige, was rätselhaft war, ist das mit den Walen da. Das ist sehr seltsam. Und dieses Essen könnte natürlich einfach nur so Meeresfrüchte sein, die da sammeln und es hat nichts mit Kannibalismus zu tun.
Shh, careful. We'll
Oh
get in
nein!
trouble if the guards catch us.
Stealth Mission. Wie soll ich das denn? Ja, geh mal da hinten hin. Ich laufe einfach weiter, als wäre nichts.
This should be the place.
Also keine Schleichmission. Hier war ich schon mal. Wo sind die Kannibalisten?
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
Hör auf zu bluffen.
What'd you say?
Alle die Gerüchte über Kannibalen, die wurden von euch erfunden, oder?
Yeah. So what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality at any time.
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw anything, then I'll pretend that you never showed up here.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here.
Etwas ruft mich, ich muss gehen.
Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Der Boss?
Hey, do you know our boss?
Er ist bekannt als der Graf.
Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. So, did he have you come here to find us?
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
Wir versuchen herauszufinden, was passiert ist mit ihm.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So unless he somehow told you those exact same words after that... All right. I guess that's proof enough for me.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in handy.
We gave him the business for a while and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Merópides. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was because he heard that call again.
Also, Child ist in Fontaine grundsätzlich diesem Gefühl zu folgen, nicht wegen irgendwas anderem.
And as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. Wow, it sure is easy to exploit people's fear of the unknown. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too deep. No one could ever reach the surface alive. But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was obsessed about it. So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could meet him here and help cover the whole thing up.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because of that promise?
Eigentlich dann auch die Fatuis, oder hatte die sich angelacht?
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Weil Lily hat gesagt, dass die ganzen Fatui-Agenten auch verschwunden sind.
Is it also possible that something unfortunate happened to him?
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. That's one thing we know for sure.
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
Könnt ihr uns dorthin bringen?
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
Interessant. Also er doch entkommen. Und ich habe hier umsonst rumgeeiert.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it had been completely flooded. It's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Ich glaube nicht. Vielleicht hat er irgendwas geöffnet und deswegen ist es überschwemmt.
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Ich kenne einen guten Taucher.
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell us if you get any news about Boss.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here. Let's get going.
Okay, alles andere ist unbekannt. Alles andere Indizien, die wir gesammelt haben, sind einfach so voll unzusammenhängend. Oh, wir müssen eine Freminet holen. Mach kurze Pause, ich komme gleich wieder.
Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. Seems Lenny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
So, Yassi zurück. Machen wir uns weiter mit der Quest. Und zwar... Okay. Sleeping.
We finally learned some key information. Seems all of our investigative work has finally started to pay off. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Freminet, right? If we ask Lenny, he'll definitely have Freminet help us. Why is child like this? Why was he going into the pipes? Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now before we find out what really happened.
Ja, ich glaube auch, dass der Child weiß, was passiert ist.
Now that we can finally
Hier in dem
relax,
Fort.
I'm starting to feel super sleepy.
Akt 3 ist fertig. Randomly, genau dazwischen.
It's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep.
Lassen die Arbeit sausen heute.
Huh? Wait, look over there. It's one of Lenny's cards.
Du hast recht.
Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating. It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Let's meet at our usual spot in the factory area before lunchtime. I have new information. Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. Wonder what he's discovered. We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the people here for a bit more.
Warum haben die frei? Die ersten Bewegungen verkündenden letzten Minuten. Ein Tauchgang in die Geheimnisse. So eine langwierige Ermittlung. Nur noch mal mit den Leuten quatschen. Hallo? Hallo zusammen.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Is it not?
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that? Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know?
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Also ich hatte die meiste Zeit, das ist ja random, aber ich hatte die meiste Zeit schlechtes Essen.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional.
Oh, good.
Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, was hier abgeht. Hat Laverne mir zugezwinkert. Er scheint mir andeuten zu wollen, seid ihm nicht böse, er ist eigentlich ein guter Kerl.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
Das ist seltsam.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often?
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Merópides, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Der hilft denen bestimmt bei irgendwelchen Untersuchungen. Laut Cousteau besucht jemand namens Jurier ständig.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Die lästern jetzt über die. Ist sie schwanger?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
Ich glaube nicht, dass die Dates haben.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time.
What?
And we might be overthinking things.
Also eine Frau hat den anderen Forscher richtig verprügelt? Also sie hat vielleicht was gegessen und dann ihre Kontrolle verloren von diesem komischen Fleisch. Keine Ahnung. Komischen Getränken. Eieiei. Gossip, please.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
Oh, interessante Aussage.
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Alter, der schreit richtig.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how some...
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is that only something the inmates down here say?
Naja, unzufriedene Gefangene sind nichts Ungewöhnliches.
That's true.
Da muss man nicht so viel Wert drauf legen, aber weil eigentlich diese Prophezeiung überall bekannt ist und das irgendwie alles überflutet wird, ist jetzt in Fontaine nicht irgendwas Auffälliges, wenn jemand das sagt. Würde ich so sagen. Das ist nicht weit hergeholt, sag ich mal. Mal gucken.
Over here.
Hey, you over there.
Bavillier. Bavilliers.
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Die Leute spielen hier?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild. Literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
Ich wollte eigentlich
all right.
spielen.
No pressure.
Nächstes Mal.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a...
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? So, there are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Lässt du Lust auf einen kleinen Plausch?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived? Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
Yes. Haben wir auch gehört.
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Merópides before?
Interesting.
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
Weißt du irgendwas über eine verbotene Zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up.
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you could...
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
Alles klar.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Okay, vielleicht kommen wir einfach weiter, wenn wir Freminet da ins Rohr schicken. Aber ich habe überhaupt keine Ahnung, was Risley vorhat. Auch, ich bin auch nicht sicher, wie Risley von dem Ganzen denkt. Ob der eigentlich ein guter ist oder ob er irgendwie einen Groll gegen die Oberwelt hat oder ob er zufrieden ist hier unten und einfach bleiben wollte. Schwer zu sagen. Wir waren schon ganz schön lange in Fort Merópides, seit fast den kompletten Akt 3. Merópides. Hallo. No problem. Ah?
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
Ein bisschen.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
Du fasst Linny deine zuvor eingeholten Informationen zusammen. Wir hatten ein lila Steak und eine komische rote Saftflasche.
The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Also ist er gar nicht offiziell für die Fatui in Fontaine gewesen, sondern einfach nur auf der Suche nach was auch immer ihn ruft. Und das ist wahrscheinlich der Wal da.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Freminet would be up to the task.
Kurze Sache, also die Plattform von Fontaine wird ja hochgehalten. Kann es sein, dass der Wal da drunter ist und das Ding hält? Nee, aber es kann auch sein, dass einfach der Wal irgendwie... Ich glaube schon, dass er eine Rolle spielt. Ich weiß sonst nicht, was Child rufen würde. Und genau, was das für ein Wesen ist oder was es will, das kann ich jetzt nicht beurteilen. Vielleicht hängt das ja auch mit der Prophezeiung zusammen. Wer weiß schon. Ich bin so verwirrt.
He's working today. Coming, it's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Nicht, dass er uns eine Wanze angedreht hat.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Freminet will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to...
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Freminet while we're at it, too.
Okay, aber ich glaube nicht...
And there's just one last thing we'd like your help with.
Okay, wir schicken Freminet einfach rein, aber ich habe ein bisschen die Befürchtung, dass Risley schon eine Ahnung hat, was wir machen. Ich glaube nicht, dass er keine Ahnung von nichts hat.
Though we can just sit back and wait for Freminet's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Freminet's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Freminet prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you.
Ja, sie sagte, ich sei süß.
Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Alles klar.
Oh, my apologies, I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger brother.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
Vielleicht bin ich der Große.
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Ich glaube nicht, dass Freminet wieder auftaucht. Nach einer kurzen Planung mit Paimon näherst du dich der Klinik. Ich glaube, in der Klinik ist ein Geheimgang. Süß. Paimon ist zu auffällig.
Stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Versuchen wir erst, die zu belauschen. Wir verstecken uns und spitzen die Ohren. Es scheint, als würde jemand sprechen.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person?
Zunächst holst du einmal tief Luft. Und dann nimmst du was von dem Trank. Wenn du dich richtig erinnerst, ist dieser Trank das Ergebnis eines fehlgeschlagenen Alchemieversuchs, den du irgendwann an der Reise mit Paimon... ja, okay. Dauert nicht lange und du wirst ganz blass. Daraufhin gehst du in die Klinik.
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh mein Gott, die ist so süß.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do.
Frage, wie haben sie das Zeug reingeschmuggelt? Kann man Getränke in diesen Ort mitnehmen?
Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
Hilfe, Schwester.
Don't worry,
Ich
I'll
sterbe.
get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler.
Danke, entschuldigt.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Sie holt sich einige Instrumente. Hoffentlich erhole ich mich nicht währenddessen, sondern sie schöpft noch Verdacht.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Sie setzt sie etwa Elementarkräfte ein, ihr Gesichtsausdruck entspannt sich langsam.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
Ja, es geht.
And here?
Ein wenig.
But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
Ach nein, ich habe es mit meinem Schauspiel übertrieben.
What about here?
Nein, nein, nicht wirklich.
I understand. So that's what it is.
Vielleicht weiß sie, dass wir nur so tun, als ob.
I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. So that's what it is. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Die Infiltration lief besser als erwartet. So, noch 2 Personen hier. Die Frau, die Levine genannt hat, ist dann wohl eine der Stammgäste in der Klinik und der andere ist wohl Jure.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Die sehen sehr intelligent aus. Nicht sonderlich gut. Sollte sie nicht ständig anstarren, sonst wird sie misstrauisch. Der Mann scheint das bemerkt zu haben.
His stomach aches really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Ah, well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Huh?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Also die können sich nicht ausstehen,
Hey,
ne?
don't start arguing now, please. Keep it civil at least.
Beiden scheinen eine ziemlich schlechte Beziehung zu haben. Aber sie kommen trotzdem zur selben Zeit zur Klinik. Aber abgesehen von den beiden ist in der Klinik überhaupt nichts Verdächtiges. Kranken da, Akten und die Kisten, naja, die lassen sich im Moment ja nicht überprüfen. An den Wänden ist nichts. Da ist aber eine Klappe auf dem Boden.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Die Klappe scheint nicht ungewöhnlich in so einem Raum zu sein, aber vielleicht setzt auch nur mein Abenteurerinstinkt ein. Ob sich dahinter was verbirgt?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place.
Oh, die können sich nicht
He
leiden.
just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is?
Komische Forschung.
But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sijuin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Danke, dass du dich uns kümmerst.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Du nimmst wie von Sigwin verordnet deine Medizin.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Hatten sie sich darüber unterhalten? Warum erinnere ich mich nicht daran?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Das ist wahrscheinlich ein Code oder so.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler to that for sure.
Die Gewinn muss auf mich eingehen. Es wäre wohl besser, ihren Anweisungen zu folgen und erst einmal ein wenig zu schlafen.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
Du entspannst dich, die angesammelte Müdigkeit überwältigt dich auf einmal. Es klingt dir noch einige undeutliche Bruchstücke von Paimons Gespräch mitzuhören.
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, he'll recover soon.
Gefährten, das Wort Lust in dir eine gewisse Erleichterung auf. Hallo. Die zwei Knirpse. Das sieht süß aus, das Bild. Mal ein Screenshot.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
Danke, danke.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods.
Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
An upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
Das ist auch ein Hinweis. Wie seltsam. Wenn sie das sagt, sie ist noch schon eine Weile hier, vermutlich. Kann ich diese Klappe untersuchen? Achso, die ist einfach auf dem Boden. Okay, okay. Dann gucken.
Step on us.
Surprise!
Ja, hier oben. Hallo, Misso. Mesopotamien? Das war ein langer Name.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Was habe ich gesagt?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Ich finde trotzdem, dieses Ort etwas Seltsames an sich hat. Die Klappe auf dem Boden und dann noch die Frage, die sie Gwyn Loverin stellte. Haben sie wirklich über Medikamente gesprochen? Und der Streit, der macht keinen Sinn. War das zur Show oder... Paimon, die Sache ist sie.
You really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on.
In darauffolgenden Tagen arbeiten Paimon und du wie gewohnt und ihr schreibt die Vermutung, die ihr habt, auf ein Blatt Papier. Jetzt treffen wir uns mit Lene, wa? Ich habe eine Frage, warum schreiben wir das auf? Okay, wir geben das an Lynette weiter und sie gibt es wahrscheinlich an Lene weiter. Das ist ja witzig.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Oh, vielleicht sind wir endlich durch mit Merópides. Das war schon langwierig. Und, wie ist mit Freminet?
Hm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
Wahrscheinlich ist,
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Freminet successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Freminet's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
Oh je, okay.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Freminet returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Alle zusammen? Okay, okay. Oh, ich habe ein ganz mieses Gefühl. Die Wahrheit in den Schatten. Rosolino, was machst du hier? Oh, er zeigt nur den Weg. Sie ist nicht da?
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Vielleicht ist hat sie eine Spur gefunden.
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her.
Okay.
Lass uns mal schauen.
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right?
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
Das Bett ist noch ungemacht.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Das heißt nichts Gutes. Es kann sein, dass die Schwester eigentlich schon Verdacht geschöpft hat. Oder die Schwester sieht ja auch Sachen, die sie nicht sehen muss. Also, du machst dich Sorgen, ha?
There are some books here and a few files. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Er macht sich offensichtlich große Sorgen. Oh, ich dachte... Oh Gott. Wie soll ich jetzt gehen?
You guys, there's a slip of paper over...
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message.
This is...
Is that all?
Was steht auf der Rückseite?
The back. It's...
Show me, now!
Oi.
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhely. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Warum wird beim zweiten Versuch aktiv?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhely, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhely. We're a completely different story, though.
Warum hat dich schon nicht längst vorher aufgehalten?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Freminet was able to leave the grounds. Could Writhely have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Freminet leave like that?
Ich verstehe jetzt. Hat Lynette und Freminet beide absichtlich verschwinden lassen.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Freminet. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Writhely let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Freminet wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Ganz ruhig, mein Bro.
I'll go talk to Writhely.
Ich bin so verwirrt.
Don't be reckless! Traveler, please,
Gehen wir alle zusammen.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Huh? Ah?
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Citrin war einfach wachsam genug und hat dann vielleicht schon Bericht erstattet.
Are you okay?
These two. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Ich verstehe überhaupt nicht, was das Problem ist, warum die das denn nicht uns direkt sagen.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhely's office.
Oje, oje, oje. Wir haben aber noch nichts herausgefunden über irgendwas, was hier in diesem Ort passiert, also. Sind nur Bruchstücke und haben nichts, was alles verbindet. Ich hoffe, der klärt uns jetzt auf.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Freminet, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Merópides is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Also er wollte die Fatui in seinem, also einfach loswerden, weil das so seine Festung ist.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Freminet has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Freminet is not.
He's not? What do you really want?
Lenny!
Vielleicht hat er was gegen die Fatui grundsätzlich.
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Was ist denn los?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Freminet should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
In der verbotenen Zone?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Freminet's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he'd definitely try to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
Mit wem denn?
Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Merópides, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Freminet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Also Risley hat seine ganz eigenen Pläne sozusagen. Aber wir wissen auch immer noch nicht was. Er will mit dem Fatui reden.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening.
Lol.
I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the fortress of Merópides? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Freminet have already received many samples as gifts.
Was meint mit seiner Teesammlung? Das ist irgendwie unheimlich.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Er will, glaube ich, nicht sie erpressen, sondern mit ihr verhandeln.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linney!
Warum musstest du das tun?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Freminet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Warum lässt sich nicht nochmal darüber reden?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linney, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Was ist das denn für ein Spiel?
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Kaum zu glauben, dass nach den Geheimregeln fragt. Zum Glück haben wir diese Angelegenheit so sorgfältig untersucht. Schauen wir mal. Stellst du gegen die Geheimregeln des Produktionstrakts verstoßen, wird in der Wohlfahrtsmahlzeit seltsames Fleisch auftauchen. Das soll wahrscheinlich verhindern, dass die Leute... Wie wird man mit eigenen Augen sehen, wenn du kontinuierlich arbeitetest?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... The research notes said that the Melusine race perceives the...
Unter welchen Umständen taucht das seltsame Fleisch auf?
According to Collins, the pancreation... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. The Fonta promoter has been struggling We often see Miss Sigewin observing the prison. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're... According to Collins, the pancreation tournament only took place because the...
Ich habe keine Ahnung. Warum sieht das seltsame Fleisch so seltsam aus? Wegen Fonta.
The Fonta promoter has been
Hier ist das wahrscheinlich falsch. Alles. Okay.
I've been told that the infirmary... We often see Miss Sijween observing the prisoners at work near the...
Das war aber das letzte Mal nicht richtig. Das ist auch falsch. Warte. Zu einer anderen Frage wechseln. Ehre.
We often see Miss Sijween observing the prisoners at...
Also das hier.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
Okay.
The research notes said that Fonta's internal report suggests that there's... We often see Miss Sijween observing the... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupon. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. We often see Miss Sijween.
Ach, die Sijween macht das Fleisch.
I've been told that the infirmary...
Weil da sie Medizin reintut. Okay, ich check's jetzt. Sie sieht an die Menschen einfach anders.
We often see Miss Sijween. According to Collins, the research notes said that the
Ja, das genau.
We often see Miss Sijween.
Okay, dann müssen wir das nur noch tauschen. Das heißt, das zuerst.
We often see Miss Sijween.
Und das zu zweites.
I've been told that the infirmary...
Und Sijween macht einfach Medizin rein, damit die Leute nicht so hart, sich nicht schlecht fühlen, wenn sie hart arbeiten.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now.
Ich habe das auch jetzt erst verstanden, wo die mir die Fragen gestellt haben.
The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Oh, es ist Paimon.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijween, the head. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijween visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijween has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their
Wir haben schon in Melusinendorf ganz kuriose Sachen von denen gegessen.
more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijween's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Yeah.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Da sollte man gleichzeitig Verlosungskarten von beiden kaufen, erhält man darauf folgend morgen ein Paket mit einer seltsamen Flüssigkeit. Das ist mir noch nicht klar. Wer hat das Paket geschickt? Der Wächter. Das ist Fonta. Okay, das ist nur eine Fonta-Mischung, die sie testen an bestimmten Leuten.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke... According to Collins, the... Fonta's internal reports... The Fonta promoter has...
Okay. Fonta! Das ist so abgefahren mit dem Fonta-Ding, das ist so seltsam.
Paimon gets this rule
Ermittlungen
too now,
nichts.
so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the pancreation ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid.
Okay, was ich interessant an dieser Quest finde, ist, dass sie sowas wie mit Illusionen und Lügen das Konzept ein bisschen aufgemacht haben und wir quasi die ganze Zeit in der Annahme sind, dass wir Sachen untersuchen, die irgendeinen Sinn ergeben am Ende, aber die Wahrheit ist doch, dass die Sachen viel einfacher sind, als man denkt und die alle so pragmatische Erklärungen haben, worüber aber keiner richtig Bescheid weiß. Und das soll dem Spieler quasi das Gefühl geben, okay, hier sind alles Hinweise, aber die haben nichts miteinander zu tun, sondern haben nur so interne logische Erklärungen. Die haben aber nichts mit Geheimnis des Forts zu tun und nichts mit der verbotenen Zone. Und ich hoffe, Risley erklärt uns, was mit der verbotenen Zone ist, wenn wir fertig sind.
People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making.
In dem Fall ist es auch noch sehr interessant, weil, warum sagen die nicht einfach, die Leute, die das kaufen, bekommen das?
The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Merópides and offered to sponsor the pancreation tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
Aber was hilft das denen, wenn sie gar nicht wissen, wenn die Leute das nicht trinken? Und wofür wollen sie das denn testen?
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Freminet never even crossed your mind.
Lenny?
You'll pay for this!
Er greift ihn an.
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Oh, wow.
Sigewinne?
Die machen einen Screenshot.
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne... You...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right
Ist
now.
auch interessant, dass wir in der Quest quasi auf der Fatui-Seite stehen, obwohl wir eigentlich neutral sein müssten.
His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace?
Damit wir
proving my innocence to them?
damit wir auch verstehen, dass die Fatui, wenn wir sehen sie ja den ganzen vorherigen Quest als Feinde, und das ist in Fontaine das erste Mal, dass wir sie als Verbündete oder von ihrer Perspektive aus sehen. Und was hier passiert, wenn wir normalerweise angefangen hätten auf der Seite des Fort Merópides, auf den Wächterseiten, dann hätten wir gesehen, okay, die machen hier Ärger, die Fatui, und wir halten sie auf, und das ist rechtmäßig. Aber jetzt, wo wir auf der anderen Seite stehen, kann der Spieler auch mal sehen, wie es auf der anderen Seite aussieht und wie es sich anfühlt, obwohl die eventuell doch im Recht sind oder ob das nur eine Perspektivsache ist. Und das finde ich ganz gut, weil ich glaube,
My
es wird
dear
in der...
Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Weil es wird auch in der Zukunft in Genshin wahrscheinlich noch grauer werden, dass nicht alle Seiten recht haben oder man erkennt, warum welche Seiten was machen und es nicht so eindeutig ist, was gut und böse ist, und das gefällt mir auch viel besser.
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Das ist Freminet. Oh,
Some space, please.
das habe ich nicht erwartet.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Freminet. Freminet.
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
Work. Ich mag Clarande.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What?
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Freminet a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
Er hat Drogen genommen.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Das war nicht sehr befriedigend. Oh.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijuin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Ah, okay, verstehe. Also das Meer wird langsam zum Urmeer oder vom Urmeer infiltriert.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved 2.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Also haben die Tür geschlossen, damit nicht noch jemand da rein schwimmt.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've...
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Machen wir ein Family-Foto, okay? Er war im Urmeer. Sehr unangenehm. Oder zumindest in einem Wasser, das davon... Okay, Linny, ist alles okay bei dir? Hast du dich abgeregt? Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass er so emotional wird bei einer Operation. Da wird er ja sehr, sehr einfach außer Gefecht gesetzt. Immer wenn man seine Familie ins Spiel bringt. Linny runzelt angewidert die Stirn, als wollte er nicht, dass die Gwyn Freminet anfasst, aber Freminet muss anscheinend ernsthaft untersucht werden. Die Gwyn unterzieht Freminet einer eingehenden Untersuchung. Ihre Mimik wirkt sich nicht allzu ernst, scheinbar hat sie gute Nachrichten.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Weil es im Meer ist.
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Oh, das ist ein Weg, der dorthin führt, ins Urmeer.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Hoffentlich schenkt er Siegwins Worten nun Glauben. Linny war einfach so in seinem eigenen Film gefangen gerade. Aber ich habe nicht gecheckt, warum nicht einfach irgendjemand was sagt. Und warum? Ich verstehe, die Kleine, die mag ich immer mehr, die ist so süß. Und die ist nicht so naiv, wie sie aussieht.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't...
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
No. Das sind deine Nerven.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're... Freminet? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Sofort helfen Linny und Lynette Freminet. Oh.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Okay.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Ja, die wollten Tee trinken.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Freminet out of the sea.
Also ich gehe davon aus, dass dieser Weg zu einem Ort führt, wo das Meer eine hohe Konzentration oder immer höhere Konzentration vom Urmeer hat und diese Festung ist gebaut, um das zu unterdrücken, dass es ins richtige Meer fließt. Richtig? Sonst würden die dann niemanden retten und Tartagia ist da reingeschwommen und müsste wahrscheinlich noch dort sein. Ich möchte Fotos machen.
Could I tempt you with some sugar for your tea?
No need.
Oh Gott, was ist mit den zwei? Das ist mein erstes Foto von Clarande. Wenn ich so drüber nachdenke. Alright. See you later, guys. Aber der Zweck der Festung sollte eigentlich schon überall bekannt sein. Ich glaube, die wollen diese wenn meine Theorie wahr ist, dann wollen die das nicht der Öffentlichkeit sagen, um zu verhindern, dass irgendjemand das sabotieren würde, der schlechte Absichten hat. Und das ist wahrscheinlich genau der Grund, warum Rice sehr hart gegen die Fatui vorgegangen ist. Theorie. Macht es auch Sinn. Und die anderen Sachen sind ja in sich aufgeklärt. Ja. Oh, ein schönes Bild.
He's awake. Freminet, how do you feel?
Unter Drogen.
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Merópides, Mr. Freminet. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Was ist passiert, nachdem du reingegangen bist?
Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Ich spiele jetzt Freminet. Hat sich so angehört, als würde ich ein Event starten. Okay, es wird immer komplexer. Probelauf mit Freminet.
I'm in.
Wow.
Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. Where could Master Child be?
Ne, da unten nicht, da gibt's nichts zu essen. Aber der Graf kommt nicht aus Fontaine. Das heißt, er wird sich... Oh, wow. Ich kann keine Fotos machen, fuck. Ich wollte Freminet haben, aber der kam mir einfach nicht. Und dann war ich so nah am 50-50, dass ich gesagt habe, guck mal, wie schön die Waffe aussieht. Ja, ich war so nah am 50-50, dass ich gesagt habe, ich pull lieber nicht mehr und warte, bis er irgendwann wiederkommt.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Oh. Das sieht nicht gesund aus. Aber ich weiß nicht, was Fort Merópides heißt. Das will ich jetzt mal nachschauen. Merópiden. Okay. Merópide. Okay, das hilft mir nicht.
Ja.
Bis nach oben. Oh. Ah, das ist das Wasser des oben erst drin, oder? Sieht sehr lila aus hier unten.
This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Oh je. Und dann hat er das Bewusstsein verloren. Oh, mir gefällt diese Quest so sehr, dass wir einen anderen Charakter
The
spielen.
vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going and... Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Ach, die haben die Schleuse von außen, also jetzt verstehe ich, die Schleuse außen geöffnet, damit er nicht da durchschwimmt.
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Wow. Wir können da reinschwimmen, da drin schwimmen. Die sind stabil. Ah, mein Leben verringert sich. Krass.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse. I have to push on.
Ah, okay. I guess. Also es ist ein ganz natürliches Phänomen und wahrscheinlich der erste Archont von Fontaine, der wusste schon davon und hat aber nur eine vorübergehende Lösung gefunden.
So, in
So wie
other
Nahidas
words,
Vorgänger.
the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak, Freminet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Cloran will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Verstanden.
Yeah,
Geh und rede mit
it's
ihm.
about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
Eieiei.
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Noch ein Familienfoto. Nicht sitzen? Nee, kann ich nicht. Oh, sie stehen schon da.
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
Kannst du sagen, was?
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Hä?
Don't say that.
Warum machen die das alle?
It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful.
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
Alter, was willst du gegen das Wasser kämpfen?
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us.
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Also, was ich sagen kann, die Linny ist viel zu empfindlich dafür, dass er so harte Missionen macht. Da ist die Lynette eher schon so, dass sie sich, glaube ich, ein bisschen gut befassen kann. Deswegen, ich habe ihre Beschreibung ein bisschen gelesen in ihren Charakterinformationen und sie ist schon jemand, der einen guten Ausgleich sucht, damit sie besser ertragen kann, was sie in ihren Missionen machen muss. Aber bei Linny sehe ich, dass er schon noch sehr empfindlich ist, was seine Familie angeht, was jetzt nicht falsch ist, aber der kann dann nicht ganz klar objektiv Sachen sehen und das wird ihn nicht zum Nachfolger einer Fatui machen, würde ich sagen. Also ich glaube nicht, dass er jemals in alle Chinos Fußstapfen treten wird. Und ja, also ich finde es auch ein bisschen bescheuert, sich die Schuld zu geben, wenn sie schon wissen, dass die Mission gefährlich ist. Das macht keinen Sinn. Also es kann immer was passieren, selbst wenn die vorsichtig gewesen wären. Es gibt ja Kräfte außerhalb ihrer eigenen Wahrnehmung und da haben sie gar keine Kontrolle rüber. Also Freminet hätte es niemals voraussehen können. Die hätten einfach den Traveler da runterschicken sollen, was sicherer gewesen wäre, aber die hätten ja auch keine Ahnung, ob das gefährlich sein könnte. Also was auch immer, shit happens. Wir machen auch bald Schluss. Es ist nämlich bald Zeit für Abendessen. Dann müssen die noch alle Geheimnisse preisgeben.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Freminet's condition has stabilized?
Yes.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
Siegewien, ich weiß schon, warum du eine Physical Exam vornehmen willst. Eine körperliche Untersuchung.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Als hätten wir irgendwas zu sagen.
Of course. but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Alles klar.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have?
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Du wolltest sie nicht aufhalten, herauszufinden, was sie wollen?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you!
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Freminet has told you already the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Merópides is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Paimon, das ist echt nicht die wichtigste Frage, die wir haben.
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Also glaubt er ist schuldig für irgendwas anderes noch und ist deswegen da, um zu büßen? So für sich selbst? Vielleicht will er deswegen nicht an die Oberwelt? Ich frag mich, was seine Backstory ist.
Oh, right! Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Freminet was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving.
Was befindet
At
sich in dieser
conditions,
Zone?
that's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Freminet.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes.
Paimon really wants to know!
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Ja. Ich habe jetzt Angst, dass irgendwelche Leute in dem Wasser auflösen lässt, die nicht so lange bleiben wollen.
Follow me.
Ich habe ein ganz Gemüsegefühl, ja, Gemüsegefühl. Hast du einen Schalter, den du jetzt drücken willst und geht der Boden auf? Das sah eh verdächtig aus.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Merópides is. Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
Können wir sehen, was sie sehen?
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Vielleicht sagt er, gut, dann muss ich sich zweimal erklären.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Unheimlich.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Nur er darf da rein, aber warum dürfen wir da rein? Also ist hier doch der Wal. Und hier ist auch das göttliche Auge. Vielleicht.
Go on, have a look.
Oh je, oh je. Oh je, oh je. Ziemlich leer, was schon seltsam ist. Es befindet sich eine Schleuse in der Mitte.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the fortress of Merópides. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it. But it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Okay. Sieht nicht gut aus.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated.
Wasserdruck?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
Also geht's das Urwassermeer.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Freminet displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Das Wasser tritt also kontinuierlich ins Meer.
Yes.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial
Also wenn die
sea
Schleuse
at all.
geöffnet wird, ist Fontaine im Untergang geweiht.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Merópides be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Der Archont?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Merópides in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
Oh. Also sie hat Dreck am Stecken.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
Also der Archon, der Hydro-Archon Egeria wusste schon, dass die das unten aufhalten würde und hat deswegen wahrscheinlich die ganze Plattform, also von Fontaine, aus dem Boden gehoben. Aber vielleicht gibt es unten im Urmeer eine Kraft, die quasi leidet, und Child wurde von diesem Urmeer gerufen, um irgendwas dort zu tun. Aber ich habe keine Ahnung.
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Glaubst du, die Prophezeiung ist wahr?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
Was gedenkst du dagegen zu unternehmen?
Let's go somewhere else.
Das ist zu crazy. Jetzt haben wir unsere Quest abgeschlossen. Wir haben den Bericht für Novelette.
This is it.
Oh.
Timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about...
I'm skeptical as well.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if your grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you... Good. Saves me a bit of time explaining. Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well.
You want to blow up the fortress of Merópides?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants.
Ooh, are they together?
War das wirklich nötig?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Whoa.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, oh yeah. There's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Ein normaler Raum.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Was ist das?
What a huge
Eine Arche.
ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Es gab schon mal eine Flut.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient
Hab ich
Lemuria.
gehört, ich hab's schon gelesen.
To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate...
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the
Warum muss
impending
das heimlich
disaster.
durchführen?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call.
Ah, okay. Also zu Evakuierungszwecken.
All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Lemuria ist auch interessant. Das war in eine sehr Kunst- und Musik fokussierte Dynastie scheinbar. Und auch ein komischer, exzentrischer Anführer. Aber ich wüsste gern mehr über Hydroarchon und nicht, was davor war. Alright. Das war ganz schön viel Info und jetzt haben wir endlich das geschafft, und zwar zu checken, was abgeht, ohne viel selbst herauszufinden, sondern es wurde uns alles erklärt. Ich hätte mir ein bisschen gewünscht, dass wir vielleicht, dass Risley uns das erstens einfach gemacht hätte und uns das erklärt hätte, aber er wollte wahrscheinlich nur ein bisschen mehr über uns erfahren, keine Ahnung. Hätte auch gleich erklären können. Danke.
Oh, thank you. So.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Meint damit, dass meine Entscheidung darüber entscheiden wird, was Linny und die anderen nächstes tun. Anders gesagt, wenn ich Linny die Wahrheit erzählen möchte, muss ich ihm klar machen, dass wir es uns im Moment nicht leisten können, zu viele Konflikte zu schaffen.
We'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great.
Danke.
I look forward to what happens next.
Nein, da unten ist eine Bombe, eine Zeitbombe. Eine anschleichende Katastrophe. Also, ich mache jetzt hier Schluss. Es ist Zeit für Abendessen und ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Und wir sehen uns bei der nächsten Quest. Oder das Ende von Akt 4 zumindest. Wer weiß, wie lange die noch geht, aber dann wünsche ich euch einen schönen Abend. Bis dann.